Driving into Hollywood Forever Cemetery. This is perhaps the most famous of all cemeteries in California, at least, because of the great amount of stars that are buried here. And the historic grounds here were once much more, but they sold about half of it to Paramount Studios. But it was all here before then. Let the air in. This is one of the most beautiful parts. So many monuments. Lots of birds and cats and peacocks. They're all right over here. You can see them. Ducks, turtles, lizards. Right here is the original church and chapel. Historic church and chapel. This is a Sunday, by the way. My favorite day of the week to go out and do this sort of thing because it's nice. This is the original mausoleum, built in 1919, has several additions ever since, and it's where Rudolfo Guglielmi I can't pronounce his middle name, Valentino is buried. Curiously, right next to Valentino is also where Peter Finch is buried. I spent 6 hours in that mausoleum shooting a TV show. Just to the left is Mickey Rooney's grave. This is a beautiful day. I couldn't have picked a better day to do this. I mean, this is just gorgeous out here. The clouds in the sky, the sun is shining. It kind of feels good to do this too. I'll be honest with you. I've been talking about doing this for a long time, being inspired by different people that I've seen on YouTube, such as Jordan the Lion and Steve from Memories with Steve, who's probably my favorite guy. I love that guy. He fills me with joy every time I look at him and see him talk, going and doing his thing. It's beautiful to see. For whatever reason, I don't know why. He's just a charismatic man. That guy's very talented. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you could see my... I just got the scared out of me right now. Oh my God. Dude, that seriously, like, caused my heart to, like, jump. I mean, that was like loud and it was right in my ear. That was one of the peacocks. There's a peacock cage back there. And that was one of the peacocks. It just went boop, and it just right in my ear. Oh my God. I love these guys, but man, when they start doing that right next to you, it's like, oh my God. Especially if you're not expecting it. It can be scary. It's the grave of Anton Yelchin. He was a really good actor, I gotta say. I really enjoyed his work. He was on the Fright Night remake, which wasn't a great movie, but he was really good in it. Poor guy. These beautiful grounds here at Hollywood Forever. So nice. This lake is just beautiful. It's too bad that it's green again. I understand that earlier this year it was completely clear. They cleaned it. But now it's green. Oh well. That bench right there is Tyrone Power. I just ran across this. I just thought it was really sad. This guy was, 1905 to 1929. He was only 24 years old when he passed away. I guess I'm in the section where there's some of the older graves too. I'm surprised that they don't have, whenever I see headstones like this with the time period, especially from like the 20s, it makes me wonder like why they didn't choose to use a big, stone sticking out of the ground, similar to this or this, There's several here actually. These over here too. 1926. See? Wow, they both died in 1926. Only a few months apart from each other. That's so sad. Probably a husband and wife. I was here once and I looked. This, what I assume was this guy up on the internet. Just because I was curious, because this is a beautiful marble box. His piece going off good. But, yeah, I guess this guy had swindled a bunch of people and basically he was selling them fake burial plots, which is kind of ironic. Well, I guess not that ironic, because, this is not a fake burial plot, but this is where he's buried. If I'm not mistaken, they sodded this with a completely different kind of grass that's there. It just makes it look really funny. You see these pyramids all over the place. I've been to all the different cemeteries here in LA, and it always trips me out when I see these pyramids, because it's like I mean, I guess maybe they're some sort of meaning to the person. I don't know. It's like a pyramid. I mean, maybe they were Egyptian. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they feel that they were the pharaoh in life of their own little kingdom. Maybe. I don't know. But it's cool. Hey, if you can afford a pyramid, why not? The grave of Douglas Fairbanks Sr. and Jr. And you got these stones over here. I don't know what these are all about. I don't think they're headstones. Like they remind me of stuff you see at like Stonehenge. Like this one here, looks like it's been worked. I don't know where they're from or what the story is. I'd like to find out. They're cool. Look at that. Yeah, it's definitely a rock. I don't know what kind of rock it is. Maybe granite? It's really beautiful. Wow. This is probably, oh look, it's got those scoop marks in it. Wow. Those are what they find at different quarries all around the world. They find these exact things. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. This is so smooth, it's ridiculous. Wow. That's really cool. Wow. These are kind of addicting to touch. I'll tell you what. Like, they feel so smooth and just so nice. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's almost massaging my hand a little bit. It's so smooth, though. I can't believe how smooth it is. Wow. I think it's marble. It looks like marble. Looks like it has some sort of cement anchor into the ground to make sure it doesn't topple over, I'm assuming. Wow. Do a slow, so you can look at that. You know what? It looks like a giant Stone Age like flint knife. This is what a giant used to fillet a bear with. Wow, this is really cool. You know, all the times I've been here, I've never noticed this. Wow. This is really lovely. I mean, a closer look at some of this work. That's just beautiful. Exquisite is really what it is. This is the work of a master. So smooth. Unbelievable. Cross the bridge. This is just a freaking gorgeous day. Wow. It's things like this that make you feel good to be alive, you know. And in a cemetery, it makes you appreciate it all the more. This is really cool. This is the grave of the guy who started the LA Philharmonic. I don't know how he got such great real estate. Jeez. That right there is the grave of Marion Davies. Her real name was Dorvaz, I guess. But yeah, that's her grave. She's in there. She was Hearst's wife. Yeah. Think about it. Different monuments along the lake. This side of the lake. This is the north side of the lake. Got a bunch of ducks and geese chilling under the trees. just a really beautiful, beautiful setting. See some of the little chickadees. Those little things over there. I realized that I shouldn't walk along their trail there because they're going to get upset. I don't want to scare them. I've killed more people than Cecil B Demille. Great line from Blazing Saddles as a joke to Cecil B Demille's penchant for making disaster movies in which hordes of people died in these incredible scenes. It's really, like 10 Commandments or movies like that. He was always big. He was like Steven Spielberg in his time. He was known for making spectacles, and he was really good at it. He shepherded the careers of people like Gloria Swanson. He actually made 10 Commandments twice, which is pretty funny. But that's what they used to do back then. Like, once a new medium came out, it seems like they were like, hey, let's do it again. Like when sound was invented for the camera, suddenly they were remaking all their old movies with sound and color, like, we'll remake it with the best stuff available. And, I guess it worked out because a lot of people don't really even know that there's a silent movie, 10 Commandments, that DeMille himself directed. But yeah, made the movie twice. Well, here's where Burt Reynolds' urn is buried. I guess this is just a temporary marker. There's supposedly going to be a bust of him over here, which I think was going to be really cool. I'll definitely be here to see that. But I'm sure I'll see it anyway because I love this place too much not to come. But yeah, great actor. I remember the last time I was here, which wasn't long ago. It was only about maybe 2 weeks ago. As an actor, I have to come down to Hollywood, up to Hollywood occasionally to do COVID tests and things like that. And when I do, usually just to relax after I've done it, I come over here for about an hour or so and just walk around, especially if it's a beautiful day. And I saw a family having a funeral right here. I didn't want to bother them and talk to them, or you don't want to do that. It's like being on a set. Unless they talk to you, don't talk to them. But yeah, so I didn't want to disturb them, so I just sort of left them alone. And now it's kind of interesting to come here and see this. This is the grave that they were around. I'm not sure who it was for. Some of these flowers are just really nice. What a purple on there. I don't know if they come up. That's really, really, really plum color. That's awesome. A message from the Pope, I think. I don't know. Perhaps I sound like an idiot right now. I don't know. But I'm not sure who this is for. This is one of the most unique graves in Hollywood forever, for sure. Here we have a very famous name. This person was the one who died the night of a scandal that involved a erroneously charged Fatty Arbuckle. But this was the lady who the doctor examined and Fatty Arbuckle had escorted her into a room so that she could rest because she wasn't feeling well, and she passed away. And then there was a trial, and I think there was like 3 trials. At the end of the 3rd trial, the jury actually apologized to him and said, "We're really sorry that this happened to you and your name was besmirched this way." Now, it wasn't her fault that this had happened, but she had a friend, and that friend decided to, she was a lady who I guess was known for making a lot of things up in order to be outrageous or whatever, or draw attention to herself. But, you know, she lied and she destroyed someone's life. Famous mausoleum. They got pews. That's interesting. That's the first time I've ever seen pews in here. Whenever I come to Hollywood Forever Cemetery, I make a point to come and say my respects to a couple of people here that I am gigantic fans of. I'm speaking of Mr. Carl Schweitzer, who was tragically murdered by a jerk taken way too young. This is his father, Fred Schweitzer, who died only a year after. And then this is Harold Schweitzer, who was also one of the Little Rascals and also met a very tragic end. It's said that he accidentally killed someone and then took his own life. And very sad. This is truly the saddest part of the story of the Little Rascals, in my opinion. You know, we have 2 brothers. I mean, you look at pictures of them, and they just look like 2 kids. You know, 2 kids with bright futures who were being put on TV, or well, not TV back then, but you know, they were being watched by people. People knew who they were. And then this is how it ends.